Guys, welcome back to the Coach Beast Mode channel, where you're getting life-changing advice from your coach, your online lifestyle coach. Today we are gonna go over the Coach Beast Mode blueprint. This is a fantastic idea that I want to share with you guys. I'm super excited to share it with you guys. So let's get it started. What the Coach Beast Mode blueprint is, it is basically the blueprint to your life. So, and thinking it this way, if you ever wanted to build something, if you're going to build a bridge, if you're going to build a building, you always start off with the blueprint. You have a plan. If you don't have a plan on what you're planning to do in life, you kind of just wander off and doing anything that you want, okay? So that's the importance of the blueprint, and I'll cover all the topics and I'll go into depth, give you a little bit of my examples. Hopefully this clarifies your vision, your goals, and why, and this is a great way to keep motivated and shooting for your goals. So let's get started with the blueprint. The blueprint is gonna start off with your legacy. It's gonna be right here, very big, and then you're gonna move over here. It's gonna be your faith, okay? And then you're gonna move down, and you're gonna have me right here, yourself, or me, whatever. I'll show you guys what an example is, using me as an example. And then after me, it's gonna be the beast mode pillars of life, okay? So we got health, wealth, and relationships, okay? And then you could break it down into like small goals and everything. But that's basically the blueprint, and I'll go over it and how to set it up for you guys. So let's talk about legacy right here. Legacy is one of the most important things that you should always be thinking about. A lot of people don't think about legacy because they don't want to things that's gonna happen when they die. So basically what legacy is what people are gonna think about you, your family, and what you left on this earth. So there's a bigger picture. That's why legacy is so big on my blueprint. And you could take some insight from my experience of what I've shared. There's been two big funerals, or two funerals that have impacted me. One most recently was a gentleman that passed away, was almost the same age as me, had the same background, Cambodian American, and I went to the funeral and I looked around and heard the things that were said about him. At a funeral, everybody's gonna want to say the most positive things, but there wasn't as many positive things that should have been said for this person. And the type of people, I looked around, there were pretty much almost the same type of people there. But if you look at that situation and then compare it to one of my most impactful funeral that I've been to, and a lot of you guys know that my mom passed away about like 10 years ago, and she's probably been the most influential person in my life, and which has created this vision and all those things that I wanted to do to make people better and push people towards a positive way. But when my mom passed away, there wasn't any social media, there wasn't any way to network like it is now. But when she had her funeral, and still to this day, I still hear people talk about my mom, about how nice she was, how she treated them, and that was her legacy. I'm her legacy. And when we had the funeral, there were numerous amount of people there, people from different ages, people from different generations that spoke highly of her. In the short amount of time that she passed away about like 10 years ago, but at that time there was no social media. So that's what you guys want to start thinking about, is what's gonna happen when you leave this earth. And I want to share you what I have in mind for my legacy that I wrote in my book, okay guys? So I wrote this down, and I encourage you guys definitely to write your own ideas of what you want your legacy to be, okay? So one of my legacies is to be one of the greatest lifting philosophers of all time. All time. Pretty big, right? Have taught the world my training methodologies on how to be successful in life. 5 generations of the Mann family will be set up for financial success. People will remember me as the most positive person that lived life with no regrets. People will be remembered me how great they felt when they are around me. Natural ability to be great at what I decided I wanted to be. Live life full of happiness. Children, friends, family member will be remembered through my life lessons. I helped anyone that wanted to be helped. A nonprofit will be set up to charities to help young boys and girls to be successful in life. Be one of the greatest thinkers in the family. Aim to change the world through positivity, mentorships, nonprofits, books, speaking events. And that is my legacy. And you have to set them big, okay? So you could create your why as big as you want. Alright guys, so next topic is faith. Okay, and I don't want to get too much into religion, and a lot of people use faith as their religion, as like God, because you actually have to believe in a higher being. I do have a lot of faith in myself. That faith comes actually from my mother. So my mom passed away about 10 years ago. I still think that she is alive. I treat my life like she's still here. Okay, that anything that I do in my life, I want to make sure that she is proud of it. Any type of work that I do, even though it's not in the public, anything that I do at home, that faith is there, that she is looking above me and making sure that I'm making the right decision. And you know, when you have times where you don't think you're making the right decision, you have faith in yourself, or you have a higher being that you think that somebody is looking at you. It'll help make a little bit, build clarity, and when you're making decisions that you think you're not making right. You feel me on that one? All right, cool. Most important thing that you need to know is the me, right? All the stuff that I'm telling you, if I tell you and you choose not to listen, maybe take a tidbit here and there, yes, perfect. That's the point. I'm getting that across to you guys. You need to make the action. You need to start doing the action. I'm on my journey of self-improvement, but if I'm able to teach this, a tidbit, maybe 10%, 15%, somebody's gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better at public speaking. I'm gonna be better at motivating somebody, okay? So all of this, everything that I'm teaching is me, starts with you, okay? Me, Coach Beast Mode, right? I'm gonna show you what's up. All right, so let's talk about the 3 pillars of the Coach Beast Mode blueprint. Health. A lot of people think that health is not important. I absolutely disagree on that, because health leads to everything. Any part of the pillars, if it's starting to weaken, the whole blueprint doesn't work, okay? So there's 3 aspects that you all need to work on. Health being physical fitness, mental health. You need to sleep, you need to be able to think correctly, you need to rest correctly, you need to train your body so when you're going to bed, you're going to sleep and you're getting that full amount of rest, so you can actually think clear when you're making decisions and actually get that full amount of rest and give your all when you're doing something. You've seen people that are tired, always tired, because they're not exercising, they're not getting that amount of rest because they're restless, they're not pushing their body to the limits. You need to push, guys. And the next pillar is wealth. Wealth needs to always be talked about. This means money, and anybody out there watching this and you could tell me that money is not important, it is important. Money creates opportunities, it creates free time, it creates less stress. So this is one of the pillars that you need to work in. It's not that you have to be money hungry, but you have to understand finances and how that works and how this falls into the pieces of the pillars, okay? Relationships. Relationships means relationships with your significant other, your family, your community, your network. If you don't have people in your network, in your circle that are supporting you, these pillars, or in one of this part of the pillars, all this stuff starts to crumble. And I'll tell you how they all relate to each other. You have the health, you have the wealth, and relationship. How you want to go about it, you want to set it up in short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. And you always got to think about the legacy up there. So anytime you're making these goals, you want to think that are these working towards that legacy goal, which is the biggest goal that we have in the blueprint. So, you know, think about 1 or 2 year for your health. For example, in 2 years, I want to compete in a bodybuilding competition again. You know, I don't feel like I put enough into that bodybuilding sport that I want to do it another one. And, you know, down the road in 5 years, I want to learn something completely new, you know. And I thought in my ideas, I was like, maybe I'll go into jiu-jitsu, background in wrestling, and you know, I need to constantly train my body, train my mind, so I can stay sharp in other aspects of the pillars. And then, you know, long-term goal, I want to create, you know, obviously my legacy is I want to be a training philosopher, a training coach. So that all ties in towards my legacy, okay? Topic that a lot of people don't talk about. You got 1 or 2 year goal. My 1 or 2 year goal is to be financially or self-employed. 5 years down, I want to be out of the rat race, financial rat race. That means I do not need to worry about my bills. Long term, I want 5 generations of man family to be set up for financial success. That's just an example of what I want. Cool? Relationship. You got 1, 2-year goal, 5-year goal, 10-year goal. My 1 to 2-year relationship goal with my wife, we want to have a baby. That's a goal. 5 years down the road, I want to have at least 2 babies. My long-term goal is I want to have a network of business friends, like-minded individuals that are like me, that are positive, that are changing the world. I want to affiliate with those people. In my network, I want to be so big that The Rock and Arnold Schwarzenegger's in my network. Okay, that's how big my legacy is gonna be, or my long-term goal is gonna be. Alright guys, so now I explained the 3 pillars of the Beast Mode Blueprint, and let me tell you how they relate to each other. With health, you want to be there when you're working. When you have kids, you want to give it all 100%. If you're not training your body, pushing it to the limit, you're gonna be slow. You're not gonna be able to sleep. You're not gonna be able to focus. So that's how that ties into all of this. And I played an experiment on myself. I decided I wanted to just train. I was training 4 times a week, 5 times a week, but then one week I was like, I didn't even put it on my goal board for this week. I'm just gonna train 1 time a week. And I did. I trained 1 time, and I noticed I ramped it up back to 5 times a week, and my sleep was way better. And that was just like a simple experiment. Now I know that, yes, it does take away from your time, but it also adds value. Anything that you add into like a routine, you want to make sure that it adds value to your life. About wealth. Wealth is money, and a lot of people say, hey, you talk about wealth, you're money hungry and you're greedy. Absolutely not. Wealth, people go to work every day to make sure that they pay the bills, provide for their family. And if you're not talking about this, one of the biggest pillars in life, and you don't talk about it with like people, your friends and stuff, and about your goals, you're not gonna achieve what you want in life. Because when you create money, finances, and work on this wealth, you create opportunities for yourself, opportunities for you to, like if you don't have to worry about money, you could take time off and actually just think and reassess your life and move it in the right direction. Most people that are just on the grind, living day to day, check by check, they're under high stress. So when they're making decisions, it's gonna be a lot harder than for somebody that actually could take a break and reassess their life and be like, all right, let me set these goals, and then add value to their life. Okay, and that's how you see the importance of how wealth relates to everything else. The last pillar that I wanted to tell you how it relates to everything else is relationship. Relationship are the people in your network, your family member, your significant other, everybody that is going to be supporting you. Thing is, a lot of people tend to go outside of this network or the network and try to chase different businesses and try to build relationships that way. And you hear this concept, the grass is green on the other side. I think that's completely wrong. I think you need to make the grass greener on your side and then grow your network, right? You want to cultivate that relationship with your family. You want to cultivate that relationship with your wife, because these are the people that you are going to influence every day and see every day. If they don't believe in your philosophies and methodologies and goals, then you can't sell your goals or your vision to anybody else. If you can't sell it to yourself, you can't sell it to the people that are closest to you. So you need to cultivate this, and this is how it ties in all together. I know that was a lot of content. Make sure if you didn't get it all, take notes. I have a PDF. If you want to email me, my email is samnangman@gmail.com. I can email you the PDF. And Tony Robbins says, action trumps knowledge any day of the week. I could talk, I could spit my knowledge. If you guys don't do anything, it's not gonna happen. So look over the blueprint and sit down, take like an hour. Sit down with your friends, sit down with your significant other. Once you start bouncing off ideas, it's gonna come a lot easier, it's gonna start flowing. And you might think this is a big task to take an hour out of your day, but that 1 hour will add a ton of value to your whole life. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys can see the passion and what I'm doing and excitement that I have for doing this. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to email me. Feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Anyway, I'm available for all you guys, okay? So I want to be a valuable resource for you guys to continue mentorship with my friends, family, anybody, whether it become fitness, health, wealth, relationship. That's what I'm about, and this is my lifestyle. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share this. I'm trying to 10x my subscription goals. Peace!